So I wanted to show you a couple other features not to overlook in Google Classroom. One of the things that you will note whenever you are in the People tab is that here is where you can invite a teacher to join your classroom. Note down here what it says, that teachers you add can do everything you can except delete the class. Okay, so when you add a teacher to your classroom, you're giving them the permission to be able to create content in your class. If you want a teacher to be able to access your course but not create content, you could instead invite them as a student or just give them the classroom code. They can then hit the plus sign on their stream tab out here. Back in the initial classes, they can hit the plus sign out here and they can join a class with your content code. Okay, so don't feel like you have to give them full access if you don't want to. Also note that from your classes out here, if you ever wanted to take a course and archive it, you can click on it here. You can archive it, which means you can always get back to it later. You can also edit a class here, delete a class, whatever you want to do. Leave a class if you're a student in that class. And then over here, if you wanted to get back to your archived classes, here is where that button would be. Okay, so you can see that I have one thing archived in there. Other things that I wanted to show you, if I go back to my main classroom here. When I'm in the Stream tab and I want that classroom code, yes, I can pop it out to this size for my students. I can also make it even larger to take up the full screen. Okay, so don't feel like you're limited to that. It's easier to do it that way than it is to invite your students via email, because then you have to wait until they all accept it. If you just walk them through it in class, it's much easier to do. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you is over here. When you go to that settings tab and you decide to change anything, don't forget to hit the save button up here in the corner, because if you don't, your changes here will not be saved. So I just wanted to point that last feature out, but I think we've pretty much hit everything for Classroom. If you feel like I've missed anything, please drop me an email and let me know. Thanks.